Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony. This is Tony's Tractor Adventure. Tanya's behind the camera, and Gizmo's out here gardening. So today we're going to plow the garden, and this is something I struggle with. This is an Ironcraft. Let's see if I can get you a model number 6212. So it's got the 12-inch cutters on the bottom. It's got two of them, and you know, we don't do this enough. And once you get the actual plow set up to the right level, you know, when you're doing guarding, you know, gardens. You know, I can't talk, guys. There's some surprise. Anyway, when you're gardening and you're not doing a lot of ground, by the time you get your plow set up, you're kind of over with it. It's already done. So half of the garden I plow wrong. So I'm going to try to do this a little bit better. I've learned a little bit each time. So what we're going to do, we're going to make our first furrow, and then we're going to let it. We'll come back and drop our wheel of the tractor over into the furrow. This is another problem, not really problem, but an issue that we run into with tires. You know, we have the industrial tires, so they're wider. They don't actually fall in the furrows very well. And an R1 tire is considerably narrower, and it'll fall into the furrow and actually let the tractor sit in the furrow correctly. And so this is you can do it, it's okay, but an R1 tire that's skinnier with more aggressive grips would actually be better for this. But we run R4 tires all the year because we're constantly going between pavement, gravel, dirt, mud. For us, the R4s are a good compromise. We'll get it done. I've learned a lot about setting the plow up last year. Let's see if I can translate any of that this year. We had no problems with the plow last year other than just me not knowing what I was doing. We don't want it to be, I don't want it to be over plowing. I don't want it to, you know, there's a fine art to where it's too deep or not deep enough. So we'll see. Listen, we're just gonna do this, okay? And you guys make fun. All you old timers tell me how I'm doing it wrong. Love it. Gizmo, enough of the attitude, buddy. Neighbor's dog walked by, it really offended Gizmo. All right, let's see what we can figure out. I have a hydraulic top link, so that will give me some on-the-fly adjustment. I think it did okay. It did okay. We did a little fine tuning along the way, and I think it turned out, it did pretty good. This end down here is virgin soil, so as I transitioned from the soil that we turned last year into this virgin soil, I didn't notice any difference whatsoever. So that's good. The tractor didn't even make a different sound. It just did what it did. What are you doing, Gizmo? Hey, you're rolling something dead. Hey, look at you. You're not getting in my truck. All right, so this is where you know if you got it set up right is when the tractor's furl or the tractor's tire sets over into the furl, you're going to get an idea if this is where the actual plow is plowing level. And this will tell the truth whether it didn't do bad over there. I didn't think that was bad at all. But now that we have the tractor tire setting in the furrow, the tractor is tilted sideways while the plow is setting level. Also, the furrow is going to help keep the tractor going in the right direction. Whereas when you're making your first initial cuts, the front of the tractor wants to pull away from the opposite pull of the plow. All right, a lot of talking.
I learned a lot by watching my own videos, and you can see here that I probably should have extended the top length a little bit more, and I do later on, but also you can see where the R4 tires are not the best option for pulling a plow, because if you look, every time that the tire on the right side runs over a clod of dirt, it picks up the tractor, which also picks up the plow, and you can kind of see the plow just kind of bouncing or like pulsating up and down. That's when the tire runs over a clod of dirt because it's so wide. It's a high flotation tire. So another mistake is here. When I made my second run, I run down through the center of the garden, not thinking that, hey, I kind of need to work towards the center, so I need to go both outsides and work towards the center of the garden. It's just when I didn't pre-plan, and it's not something I do but once a year. So I was so excited to plow. Honestly, I could do this every day, and I just didn't think it through. No harm, no foul.
So this actually should not be legal. It's too much fun. I know it's ugly, but it's a little too wet to do it, but I'm having a blast. I love this stuff. I would go out and plow in like a 100-acre field. I'd do it all day long. Love it. Just something about it. The smell, yeah. Tanya loves it too. Come here real quick, let me show you what I'm doing. So because the tractor is sitting sideways, we need maximum pulling. So if I really wanted to get the maximum pull, I could put a load of dirt or something in the bucket, get a little bit more weight on the front. This tractor's heavy, so I really don't have a problem with, but I do push this lever down right here. And when I push this down with my foot, I ride with it right here. And what that does is it causes the back axle to lock up. So both wheels are turning exactly at the same speed. They're locked together. And it gives you pretty much your maximum pulling power. Like I said, the only way you could get some more is if I loaded the front loader bucket with some dirt, and that would cause a little bit more weight on the front axles. But in this case, I don't seem to need it. this tractor, the way it is right now with loaded tires and the loader on it and all the gizmos, it's probably about 5,500 pounds the way it sits right now. So that's a lot of tractor. I really wanted to go further down, but I was afraid it might wash. I could have come down another 10 foot or so. Okay, we got it turned over. I'm pretty reasonably happy with the plow. It's not the plow's fault, it's too wet. In the center of the garden was very wet, was not expecting that. It was fairly decent up here at the top, fairly decent at the bottom, but right there in the center was a very wet spot. You know, I had one time where the tractor actually quit pulling. I had to pick the plow up to move forward. But this is what the plan is. We're going to, normally you would turn this over in the fall and let the freeze hit it all winter long. So what that's doing is killing the roots of all your plants, including weeds and everything. Then you would come back and it also through the winter, it's going to like get nitrogen in the soil because it's turned up. Then you're going to turn it, you would turn it back over to put that nitrogen soil back under. Well, what we're going to do with this case, in this case, is because we done it later in the year. It's going to get like 20 degrees next week, so it's going to freeze this, so it's going to kill the ground. But we're not going to have enough time to really put nitrogen back into the soil naturally. So we're going to come back in, run the side by side across this, put fertilizer all over it. We got a spreader. We'll spray fertilizer or spread fertilizer all over this. Come back with the tiller. We got a big tiller on the back of the tractor. We'll come back and till this smooth. Then Tanya wants to put corn down at the bottom. She's got like she does arrangements and stuff, like different types of arrangements. She wants cotton for this, and so we're going to put several rows of cotton here. And then she said even I can grow zinnia. So up here at the front, we're going to make a couple of rows of zinnias, or maybe 6 or 8 feet of zinnia, so it'll look pretty. And then as this summer goes on, we're going to go ahead and continue down with our fence too in front of this. So I think with the zinnia setting behind the fence is going to look really nice too. Listen, guys, I really appreciate you watching our channel. I had a blast out here today. I call this tractor therapy. I can sit here and plow all day long. If I plowed every day for the rest of my life, I think it would be fulfilling to me. Listen, God bless. Have a great day. Give him so let's go get chicken strip. That fulfills him. Chicken strips.